I discovered my husband was having an affair with my sister, so I divorced him and cut off my toxic family. Years later, everything changed. My husband, Ryan, 32, and I have been married for 6 years. We share a remarkably strong bond, navigating the typical ups and downs that come with any long-term relationship. Through it all, we've grown closer, cultivating a truly loving partnership. Everything was perfect until about 8 months ago when my sister, Star, 28, returned home. She'd been living in Florida since she was 18, but her long-term boyfriend abruptly ended things, leaving her in a dire situation and moving to a new city. The exact reasons behind their split remain a mystery, though Star claimed he had been cheating with men. Having only met him 3 times, twice when he accompanied her home for short Christmas visits, and once during a vacation when Ryan and I visited them for a day 3 years prior, I found her accusation far-fetched. He just didn't strike me as someone leading a double life, let alone one who would leave her with nothing. I attempted to reach out to him, but discovered I was blocked, so I eventually let it go. Star moved back in with our parents, Gina, 55, and Jimmy, 56. For the first month, she struggled to find employment. I suggested Ryan might be able to help. As a higher up in his company, I figured he'd have some influence. He did, and she successfully secured a position within his department, a role that was actually in her professional field. To give some background, my sister and I have never been particularly close. She was always the golden child, at least in our mother's eyes, and our father, frankly, was spineless when it came to Mom. It wasn't overtly obvious, but rather a million subtle gestures. For instance, when we turned 16, we both received cars. I got an 8-year-old Dodge Neon, while she drove away in a 2-year-old Mitsubishi Eclipse. Her dance practices, elaborate outfits, and competitions amounted to thousands of dollars over the years, with some events being 6 or 7 hours away, and our parents never hesitated. Meanwhile, when I asked for a mere $50 for a local college volleyball or basketball camp, they'd begrudgingly give it to me. But you'd think I was asking them to fund my own sports arena. What truly infuriated me was at 17. I was 15 minutes past curfew after an outing with my boyfriend and had my car confiscated for an entire month. The very next year, Star came home 2 hours late, reeking of pot, and simply received a stern lecture. I wasn't exactly heartbroken when she left for college and chose to remain in Florida. Despite our distant past, she began spending more and more time at our house. Initially, I thought perhaps she was making an effort to forge a closer bond with me, which I found quite pleasant. However, I soon started noticing a growing familiarity between her and Ryan. They'd converse about seemingly anything for extended periods, developing their own inside jokes. If I tried to join in, they'd dismiss it as just a work thing. When I pressed Ryan about it, he simply stated they had a lot in common and were collaborating on several projects. The first significant red flag emerged after about a month of this, when I'd consistently arrive home from my 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. shift to find Star already at our house, despite Ryan's traditional 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. workday. When I questioned this regularity, the reply was always, "We had some work stuff to do." For full story, bottom left.